Hi everyone. Hi everyone, and what? Too far away. All right. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Nxt 2.0. I am Gene Okerlund, hair of Trini Kwan, and with Wade Barrett. And today on NXT 2.0, we're going to see the TWF women team winning fighters here of Io Sarai and Faith take on Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso, Gene Okerlund says. Yes, we are, Trini Kwan says. We're going to see that and a lot more, too. We're going to see that here today on NXT 2.0. Well, I'll tell you what, Wade Barrett said, don't say a lot more, because Xena has to make her film right after our film. So we can't really play around as much as we always did on the other days, Wade Barrett says. Well, you're right about that, Gene Okerlund says. So, Faith says, I know a lot of folks have always been saying shit about me over the years. I bet I had 2 runs in the TWF before this, and they didn't quite work out right. And my leg handicap. Well, we're the TWF women team fighters, right? And I know much folks don't really believe that much in it, but we do, Faith says. Yeah, we do, Io Sarai says. So why does someone come out here and then we can give them a fight if they want? We then be kind, Faith says, and we'll let you come out. Fuck! We'll be kind enough, and we'll let you come out the entranceway. You need sticky ooze to keep that leg from coming undone. Naomi Uso says. Well, I'll tell you what, Sasha Banks says, if we do that, then Faith cannot wrestle and cannot fight ever again. But Io Sarai, the way I look at it is, any teammate that Faith has is going to be going to be handicapped by that. Well, did you come out to slight my teammate, or did you come out to fight? Io Sarai says. And just Sasha Banks. And you, Naomi Uso. I mean, this has only been the first time you ever been in a team yourself. You know, you could talk about the little freeway team you had back in the day between you and Tamina Snuka and Sasha Banks, but it was a free team, wasn't a one team. Hey. Alright, Gil Kim says. That's enough, Faith. That's enough, Io Sarai. That's enough, Naomi Uso and Sasha Banks. I do quite know that Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso were once a team, along with Tamina Snuka back in the day and 25th between YL. I do know that Faith and Io Sarai, you've only been a team for some time too. But today we're going to put the TWF team winnings on a line, on stake here today. It's going to be Faith and Io Sarai fight Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso for the TWF women team winnings. Gil Kim goes. Well, you know, Gene Okerlund says, now we know the match that we have here today on NXT 2.0 with the Fight Lord that likes to fall down all the time. Gene Okerlund says. Well, Trini Kwan said, I can't yield to see this match. I can't yield to see this match either, Wade Barrett says. It's going to be a good one. This is for the TWF women team winnings. First, they are the team of Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso. And they are the TWF women team fighters, Faith and Io Sarai. The ending, well, Gene Okerlund said, I'm going to ask you, Trini Kwan. First, I'm going to ask you if you were in the ring wrestling and fighting these two, and you wanted to become one half of the TWF team, women team fighters. What would you do? Gene Okerlund said. Well, I don't want to be a creep or anything, Trini Kwan says, or a heel, but I'd say you have to go for Faith. Since Faith has that handicap with her leg coming undone, that was what we'd have to go for. Well, Wade Barrett said I would. Trini Kwan said, well, that's what I'd do too, Wade Barrett said. I'd go for whoever had the handicap. And it seems to be Faith. She'll be handicapped in every match she has, singled or not. Oh! Naomi Uso knocked down Faith. And now she's going to do that one hold. Feel the glow. Naomi Uso down on Faith. Here comes Io Shirai coming in. And Sasha Banks just took down Io Shirai and got her out of the ring. Called to Feel the Glow. I don't know if that's the name of the hold or not, Gene Okerlund says. So forgive me. And now Naomi Uso just brings in Sasha Banks now. Gene Okerlund said. Trini Kwan said a lot of folks don't know if that. Hey, oh! Soon Faith will be wrestling like Zach Allen did. And OVW and WWE and TNAW and ZJCW. Wade Barrett says. Io Shirai right now. Taking down. Got Sasha Banks. Io Shirai took down Sasha Banks, Gene Okerlund said. And that's a mean thing to say, Gene Okerlund said. You know, talking about Zach Aaron and what he did in OVW and WE and TNAW and JCW. Saying that's how Faith's going to be wrestling and fighting one day, Gene Okerlund says. And Sasha Banks. And Io Shirai right now. Knocked down Sasha Banks again. Well, it's true, Wade Barrett said, that is how Zach Aaron was a one-legged wrestler. He lost his leg to growth at a young age. But he became a one-legged wrestler. Io Shirai down on Sasha Banks. Well, it is true. Zach Aaron lost his leg to growth at a young age and he was a one-legged wrestler. Wade Barrett said. Faith's got to hang up with her leg, so why is it a bad thing that I said that? And now Faith coming in now. Oh, Naomi Uso just knocked Faith down. And now Faith has to get out of the ring now. One. But that was all it took was that mishap. Oh. And Sasha Banks just took down Io Shirai. 1, 2, 3. Ding, 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 ding. Here is your winners. And the new TWF Women Team Fighters. Sasha Banks and Io Shirai. So, I just want to say that we now have new TWF Women Team Fighters and Sasha Banks, Women Team Fighters, and Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso beating Faith and Io Shirai, Gene Okerlund said. Well, I knew, Trini Kwan said, I knew that was going to happen. I didn't know that was going to happen, but I knew one of these days it could happen. And now Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso are now the new TWF Women Team Fighters here, beating out Faith and Io Shirai. Well, that handicap that everybody gave me shit for talking about, Wade Barrett said it was that handicap that Faith could have always had to overcome in every match she's been in. And that's what made them lose the TWF. That's what made Io Shirai and Faith lose the TWF Women Team winnings over to Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso, Wade Barrett says. Well, I do know that we have Jim Ross, and Jim Ross now That might be true, Gene Okerlund said. But we got Jim Ross, and Jim Ross is going to be talking with Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso. Or Naomi Knight, as she was once called. Alright, Sasha Banks, you and Naomi Uso did something in TWF that you also did in WWE earlier this month. You're now the new TWF Women Team Fighters. That's right. The two of us, Naomi Uso and Sasha, we've been friends. We were formerly teammates back in the day. Back in the day, along with Tamina Snuka. But we weren't a team. We were a free team. But we worked together as a team. So it's not the first time we ever worked together as a team back in the day. Now we're a team of two who have had yesteryear of each other, and I'm so happy we are now the TWF Women Team Fighters. You know, Jim Ross, that is a good thing. And first off, we just want to say that we have all the onlook in the world for Faith and Io Shirai. What they brought, you know, they put up a good fight, but at the end of the day, we ended up beating them. Me and Sasha Banks. So now we're now the TWF Women Team Fighters here. And now, we're going to be the TWF Women Team Fighters for some time to come. Now, if Io Shirai or Faith want to have another match with us sometime down the road, we'll be happy to give that to them. Oh, my neck. Well, that was my talk with Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso. Back to you, Gene Okerlund. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Sasha Banks and Naomi Uso here on NXT 2.0. And it looks like it is all the time we got here for NXT 2.0. I am Gene Okerlund for Trini Kwan and Wade Barrett. We hope you like NXT 2.0, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Might.